Hi, this is Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. Tonight we've got another battle from Gav from Daddy Clan, also known as Droopy. We'll call him Gav for the battle because that's his name now. He's playing the Chinese medium tank, the T-34-2, and he's on the Airfield map. So we're going to follow his path around the battle and give an explanation of what's going on, but we'll see how it pans out. So enemy links comes charging down as they want to do, and Gav gets a lucky shot, not aimed in at all, which hits his wheel, slows him down enough for the other tanks, so he gets a bit of assisted damage and spotting damage. And he's going to move into a traditional spot from the south side to scope. He also gets tagged on the way in by the IS-3. Now, the first part of the match is going to be a bit slow, so we're going to just cut out a little bit of the action, and then we're going to pick it up from where he has been for a little while, but now the score is 6-all. So he's had a small amount of opportunity to do damage from that spot, including the IS-3, but he's also taken another whack of damage from there. So he's now scouting around this middle part just to again take some opportunistic shots as a medium. Notice he gets spotted and decides he better pull out of range of the enemies that might be there. Tries to put a shot into the side of the VK-100 that's crossing, but just bounces off the side. He's a bit angled, but the VK-100 gives him a nice juicy underneath shot, which he takes advantage of. And the VK decides, oh, okay, some pesky medium tank we better take out, puts a full whack into them, but leaves him on 121 hit points. So he's now one shot pretty much from any tank in the game, but he has managed to take out the VK himself. So Gav pushes up a little bit, he's noticed that Lorraine there, and he's just trying to see again if he gets an opportunity either to punish the Lorraine or the Centurion 5-1 that's on the base or close to it. It's a group of his team's tanks that are trying to cap at the moment, and the enemy are basically pushing in there to try and deny them that. The Lorraine obviously is looking at the enemy, and with his back turned, I almost called him Droopy, Gav gets a good shot into the side of him, takes him out. Looks for further opportunity to try and protect the tanks that are trying to cap, but they're really concealed well behind those rocks from his position, so he doesn't really have that further opportunity. And they're getting whittled down one by one from the two enemy tanks that are there. So Gav realises that there's not much time to waste. It's now 11-all. He's just scoping to see whether the low is pushing, and he's trying to figure out a way to get engaged and see if he can split these enemy tanks up or take advantage of them being distracted and get more damage into them. So he's pushing forward to go around the enemy base. The T-34-2, relatively heavy medium, so it doesn't drive all that fast, but it's got the capability of having a bigger gun, which does probably the biggest alpha for a medium tank in the game, but it has quite a long reload, and less accurate. So in this case, with Gav's choice of the 100, it's going to be more accurate, faster loading, giving more opportunities to participate. So he spots the 130 just backing off the enemy cap area, and he tries to get a shot into the bank, and it just bounces off for some reason. He spots the IS-2-2, the double-barreled Soviet heavy tank, and decides he better go unspotted. So as soon as the enemy goes dark, he knows he's unspotted, and he'll come out and try and use his view range to see if he can punish that tank, which he does, puts in one shot, and decides discretion is the better part of valor, not to hang around to take another shot and risk being blown out by one barrel of that gun. Also notice that the Centurion is still there on the enemy cap area, and he wants to see if there's an opportunity there to to do something with that. Now, the last remaining tank on his team is the Scorpion tank destroyer, who's managed to get a shot on the Centurion and destroy him. So Gavin's now again really just trying to keep out of sight, give the enemy no idea where he is on the map, so that he can plot a path through. Now you can see on the map that the low has made himself obvious, and he's heading towards back where the Scorpion is to see if he can help out and make sure that he's not the only last man standing on the on his team. So the Scorpion has taken a shot already from the low, and Gavin's just trying to work a way through without exposing himself to low and potentially getting again destroyed himself, to see whether he can get a shot on him. So he's just coming around here. The low hopefully is concentrated on the Scorpion. He does get a shot into the Scorpion. Gav gets one shot into him, and the Scorpion returns fire and kills the low. So now it is 13-13, so it's been a very even battle so far, turning into quite a tense outcome. But we still need to figure out where both of those tanks are, the Su-130 tank destroyer and the IS-2-2. So Gav's really just trying to do a bit of scouting, pop up to the top, see if he gets lit, give him an idea of whether there's observation going on from the enemy base onto the top of the hill. And so far he hasn't been lit, but again he doesn't really want to take any risk, so he parks himself in the bush but doesn't spot anything himself, and he wants to stay relatively close to the Scorpion, just to make sure that you know, they can cover each other as they're going around. And as he does that, he comes around, puts a shot towards the IS-2-2 and gets missed in return, and the Scorpion gets a good side shot on him, and Gav finally gets a killing blow onto the Soviet heavy tank. So now they are one tank up, only one enemy tank on the team left, which is the tank destroyer. So he's now conversing with the Scorpion driver in chat, who Scorpion said he's going to go first, so given that he's got a bit more armour, but he's still pretty much one-shottable by the Su-130 either way. But he knows that if they're together and they've got a shot, then there's a good chance even if one dies, the other tank can take out the Su-130. So again, just testing the top of the hill to see whether they're lit and whether they're being observed, and no one's sixth sense is going off, it would appear, but the Scorpion's deciding to go straight up the middle. We'll just have to see if that's a good move or not. It's only 2.5 minutes or less in the game now, and as soon as they come out, the Scorpion dies to the 130. So Gav is trying to get under his guns as soon as possible. So he's now heading across through where he was playing before, and trying to find a way to outfox the tank destroyer. Getting some distance on him and coming from a different direction. So he's, as he's crossing over here, the TD comes out behind him and spots him, so he manages to stop in time, make sure he's not in position to get shot, and he can just jump out and puts an opportunistic shot into the TD. Now I think the TD just fired at him, so the TD will be reloading, and he takes a fair bit of time, but the medium's got a fair bit of pace, so he's going to chase him around the rock and gets the killing blow. So 1.5 minutes to go, and finishes 15-14. So he finishes with a mastery badge. Has done just over 3,000 combined, out of which 2,500 was direct damage, and it's killed 5 tanks. His basic XP was just over 1,200, which is a little bit low, but indicates that tank hasn't been played a lot or is not very popular. And out of 25 shots, he's hit 17 times with 12 penetrations, and firing premium ammunition, it's cost him over 100,000 credits for that game. But all in all, good results, so well done, Gav.